bad beat right there. What did I miss? It said, why did so many people jump to pit road?
I think you might have blinked out
Did I?
for a second. Mate, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see nothing. Whatever.
Stream went. I had to refresh the stream before it worked.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Did it splice? Did it do the two in one?
It did. Maybe. Yeah, I think it did.
Oh, why did it splice?
I'm so mad at you.
Why did it splice? It split. Oh. Brutal. I don't know why I did that.
I can't stand you. Alright, I'm going to sleep.
Oh, it split.
Have fun with the last 30 laps, buddy.
Oh, brutal. It's brutal.
I'm not editing this either. I don't get paid enough to do that.
Oh. You really hate to see it.
Why can't you just have good internet?
Here's the thing. OBS says I've been live for an hour and 10 minutes, so I don't get it. Either way, we're coming back to the restart. We'll be getting the restart on lap 70. Interesting. While I was apparently supposedly blinking out and the stream split itself in two, I didn't see anything that said that, but oh well. So.
You're a disappointment.
Yeah, so can confirm, Zach Range obviously did not get the lucky dog. McQuiggan didn't.
You will.
McQuiggan didn't get it. Because I guess he got tapped from Rubik. Richard didn't get it. Rudick hit McQuiggan. Does it go to... It might have gone to Chira and all of that. I don't know. So there you go. Nobody gets it, essentially. Chira's multiple laps now. We are in mid-season form. You can't deny that.
Are we ever out of season?
That's a good point.
We're good 24/7.
So 31 laps to go when we get the restart. .27 cars on the lead lap. Joshua McQuiggan, Zach Range battling it out. Again for the lucky dog. Jeffrey Rudick 3 down. Alex Shira 5 down. Everyone else a combination of stuck on pit road or out of the race entirely. Randy Arms again, the control car through the Geico restart zone. We're back underway. This will be a pretty easy restart. All he's got to do is get down. Casey Brown stuck in ninth, saying, guys, you did leave me on that last restart. So.
Back there from Miguel Ring as the 2 machine comes up in front of him.
So even with 30 to go, and this is from a place of bias, obviously, it will be hard to beat 3 cars if they're just consistently hooked up and almost 3-car tandeming. It'll be hard to beat. But you do have stiff competition. Thomas Green, Jarrett Talmadge aren't going to go without a fight. Those are 2 team cars. Brandon French, I'm assuming now has officially signed to CMS, considering he's got a giant CMS on the car. So, +1 for CMS there. Pinder's right there. So, they have numbers.
When are we going to get numbers?
We literally have the first 3 cars on the inside line. There's Kyle Ritchie.
Yeah, but we need more.
Kyle Ritchie, Cade McClenny.
We have the first 4, actually.
Casey Brown got back up there. So there you go. So Kyle Ritchie, Cade McClenny dropping the back. They realized the intensity has ratcheted back up. And so they're going to just wait it out and see what they can do. You don't want to lose the lead draft at this point if you can help it. Brandon Bowers, he's pretty still damaged with another damaged car, so he's just hoping for another caution to fix more damage. And now we're 2x2 all the way back to Travis De Leon, so 8 rows double wide at the front. On the screen blinking just a little bit.
Blinking out. Like I'm trying to watch the front runner, and they're just like out.
Blinking out. Nick Miller has had a quiet night. He's a single car operation. Triracial Racing last season, if you remember them, they have departed. This season, Justin Johnson, Zach Amon, Sartaj Mann, they have departed. And Nick Miller was left. He got the ability on his own, but the only time it hurts him is at when they have some additional support. But he has reformed his 1-car operation all by himself, Fugazi Racing, for the driver of the 19 machine, and he's had a quiet night. But he is now marching back up towards the top 10 in the closing stages. Casey Brown leading that high line. Nick Sipple looked good on Saturday in the LSRL Daytona 500. Looking good here in the TGR eSports 250.
I really am a fan of that Miami Vice Space game. I love colors that pop.
It is a very noticeable paint scheme. That's for sure.
This is coming from the guy who commonly runs paint colors. I want to be seen.
The dusk has faded away into night. We are under the lights here at the World Center of Racing. Coming to 26 laps to go. And even though we've kind of rebunched up the field a couple of times, we had those 3 quick cautions. There's a sense of still the calm before the storm. There's not too much right now, although there is Thomas Green splitting Casey Brown 3 wide. So he's going right to the back in the sucker hole. He'll find a spot in behind Michael McElroy, but he's outside the top 15 now. Shows you just how quick things develop here. And here comes Thomas Green and Talmadge again, leading that outside line. But there's not, like you've mentioned a couple times, Art, you can tell a good way to measure the intensity is by a side draft. We haven't seen a whole lot of that from the outside line. It's just kind of casual 2x2 right now. No one really forcing the issue. There's still another, I guess, build phase to the intensity right now. I know this is TGR eSports 250. Speaking of TGR eSports, there's Tennell. He is 18th right now. This is, would you say, a different approach than what we've normally seen from him? I feel like he normally likes to get up at the front and try and battle. This is one of his best tracks historically. He won back here a couple of seasons ago. So I feel like...
Yeah, I think it could be, like, still getting used to his teammates, because I know TGR had a little shuffling of the roster. Maybe still trying to get a feel for your teammates.
He's just feeling it out right now. Normally we'd see him up there, right, trying to make moves, but he's just hanging out right now. He's been hanging out for pretty much the entire race, but if he's got 4 wheels underneath him at the end, I think he could be a factor coming into this thing. He hooked up with some of his teammates. Travis De Leon was actually the first incident of the season, not the first caution. He got shoved through the infield grass during a pits cycle miscommunication. And he's back up here in 11th, so he is back in the fight. With him, you can see the accordion effect there. As Casey Brown again gets shoved out. He's had a rough go of things the last handful of laps. What I do to deserve this, guys? I've been left behind by my teammates. There's Joshua Parent in the 22. Doug Ezel behind him. A couple of next up drivers recently promoted. One of them stunned this field. But right now it's your defending champion and his teammate. Planet Sim eSports 1-2 right now in front of the YJ Media Trio. Down the back straightaway, 190 miles an hour. There's Travis De Leon. He's taking the bus stop chicane. No caution. He's going to get turned. What happens? He was on that high side. He's trying to get down, and it just does not work out. Single car spin off the racing surface. No caution.
I mean, there's going to be no give here. 20 to go. Can't really hesitate to make that move.
There was no give there, that's for sure. So he'll be down in 26 all by himself. Brandon Bowers still heavily damaged, working with Alex Chira, another damaged car, last car on the lead lap. McQuiggan, easily the lucky dog over Zach Range. There's no competition. Zach Range has lost the lead draft. So McQuiggan just needs one caution and not be involved in it. Jacob Thornton, Devin Galvin, Daniel Pendergrass. Again, just hanging out. They have Jeffrey Rudick in tow. And here comes Brandon French in that outside line. Michael McElroy in tow. That's your league owner there trying to get a win in his Premier Series. Most of the cars, though, have gone to the inside. There is another pit stop still to go. Final pit window is open, so this is going to shake everything up. If we get to this cycle of green flag pit stops, it could go green to the end once it all gets split up, because you know some guys are going to get dropped. You just know it. It happens everywhere we go.
And I mean, I'm looking, the YJ Media Motorsports guys. They're all there together.
They executed well in the first 50, but can they execute? Not only them, but this field. Who's going to execute the money stop? The field window is open. A couple guys pitted on lap 58, a couple of guys pitted on lap 63, and a couple of guys pitted on lap 67 or 68. So those three cautions that we had, kind of just depends on what your preference was. We do 58 and you give them 24, pitting very soon. Assuming they went into, it depends on how much they saved under the yellow, so probably within the next 5 laps. You put it on lap 68, and you do the 24, you're pitting inside of 10 laps to go. So we are on varying strategies right now. How much did you save under the cautions? How much are you willing to risk it?
Is going around.
Caution.
Well, I mean, he's able to.
And he's just going to come down on that 75, not clear. He locked it down, and he'll lose the draft. He'll be right back down, essentially where Travis is. They'll be trying to maybe link up. Brandon French to the lead, with a great push from Michael McElroy. French started third. qualifying effort. McElroy, outside pole. That's where he runs. And around the duo of Thomas Green and Jarrett Talmadge. That's no easy task. We are approaching the final round of green flag pit stops, and here come the YJ Media boys. Randy Arms, Samuel Demien, and Ryan Tiller pitting as a trio. They look to be pretty closely grouped. This is their money stop. 16 laps to go.
I gotta say, outside of the YJ Media Motorsports guys, I would love to see a McElroy race win.
I'd love to see a Brandon French race win. I'd love to see a good underdog story. And they're leaving together. They might want to wait on Tiller just a second. You might as well wait on them. Get 3 cars in a line.
Oh, please be listening to that.
Tiller just a little slow in terms of pit lane time. The pit stops were pretty much equal. But here comes another half of the lead group. They're going to try and respond immediately. That leaves the top 8. And how did Nick Miller get so far ahead? I'm assuming that's just kind of the way they ended up pitting together, but James Jimmy Fillers and Doug Ezel, they got a great shot here to take the lead. They're chomping at the bits. Nick Miller says, well, everybody behind me pitted, and no one at the back of this pack pitted. But look at that discipline from Filler. He said, never mind. Oh, that's McClenny! Incredible save! Incredible save. The top 8. Here we go.
We're gonna have
just
3
more.
come down this time.
So now it's the top 5.
By the way, Randy and Sam did not wait for Ryan.
They just said, hey, we got to go.
He's going to get picked up.
But that definitely hurt their plan from what they probably wanted to accomplish. And they're not going to be the net leader here. They've been jumped by Parent, Bowley, Talmadge, Pinder, Bowman, Nick Sipple. Nick Sipple could come out of this thing your net leader. They're going to easily pass this group of 3. And here come the final 5. Actually, excuse me, Jacob Thornton and Devin Galvin still haven't pitted. So they are the leaders. But it will be Nick Sipple, I would imagine, from William Bowman. Randy, 1.4 seconds off. Going to need a good push from his teammate to catch this group. They are losing time, hand over fist as it stands. They need Andrew Tennell to get up there. They need McClenny and Kyle Ritchie as well to quickly form up, or it could be out of reach. They're 1.8 and losing.
I mean, they've got Tennell on their back bumper now.
There's Sean Anderson. There's Travis DeLeon. He's off sequence. He got turned. There's McQuiggan. Never got that caution. There's Nick Miller. Fillers. And here they go. Devin Galvin and Jacob Thornton finally in. So the money stop is complete. The 70.
Oh, we've got a battle for the lead now.
William Bowman to the outside. They left that 75 out to dry. Got his teammate behind him, Chris Pinder, CMS to the point. 1-2, Jarrett Talmadge right in tow. We're going to head down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Kevin Bowley right there as well, Cody B. Johnson. That top line will have to get reformed. Andy Arms, 0.8 of a second. They did catch this group. So give us, with Andrew Tennell in tow, 12 cars to settle it. Coming to 10 laps to go.
I mean, that top line has some of the strongest cars, but they are not going forward. I mean, Talmadge, Fillers, Nick Miller, I figured that line would be like pretty
And
dominant.
Damien's getting real hot, though. You can tell he's trying to get air on the nose, but they're right at 1 second. They're starting to fall back again. They can't afford it now, though. You kind of have to... This could be the race. They're right at 1 second back from Talmadge. Pennell trying to help. They're 1.2. They are losing time, so never mind. It's back to 9 cars. They are now 1.3 back. It's 9 cars to settle it. CMS, they have the numbers in this 9-car group. $11 laps to go. Now 10. 10 laps. 25 miles left for the TGR eSports 250.
Nick Sipple all over the back bumper of Cody B. Johnson. He almost got him squirrely through 1 and 2.
So there's the 3 cars. Randy Arms, Samuel Demien, Andrew Tennell, then Kyle Ritchie leading the 3rd group. Galgazzo leading a 4th group.
Ooh, Sipple's about to get turned.
He's
William
stuck
Bowman on the
3
inside.
wide. Cody B. Johnson to the lead. Jarrett Talmadge down to the middle. Sipple still stuck in the middle. We're catching lap traffic all at the same time. Filler's pushing. Bowers gets out of his teammate's way. Alex Shearer Damage does so as well. Still 9 cars at the fight.
Ooh, Shearer contact with William Bowman. Bowman able to keep it straight.
We are starting to break this group up just a little bit. Nick Miller falls back to 9th in line. And it's Cody B. Johnson from James Jimmy Filler. Cody B. Johnson plus 28, your biggest mover on the night. Joshua Parent to 3rd. Joshua McQuiggan leading that outside line. Not for position. You would love to get a lap back the hard way in case something happens late. But it is 9 cars with McQuiggan. So a 10-car front group. Andy Arms still trying to get back up there if these guys squabble a lot. They're back inside of 2 seconds, but it's going to be very hard to do.
I think Fillers just backed up on Cody B. Johnson. I thought he was going to try and take a run, but he had nowhere to go with it.
McQuiggan, he's trying to get his lap back. Joshua Parent said, hey, you're a lap car. Stay in behind. Definitely threw a block there. He wants to be leading the inside line. Doesn't want to be stuck 2nd car and restrict his mobility. Nick Sipple to the outside. Chris Pinder and Nick Miller in tow. Pinder and Miller, they've had their history. They're working together on the high banks of Daytona to kick off Season 3.
I don't think Cody B. Johnson is happy with McQuiggan in front of him. He was giving him some really rough shots there.
McQuiggan's fighting for his life right now, though. Trying to get that lap back the hard way. Cody B. Johnson all over the back of him. McQuiggan in the Hornet's nest is going to get shoved out of line, and he'll have to drop to the back.
I think that was him accepting it and dropping out, not to mess with this, lead pack.
Nick Sipple to the race lead. They're coming up to lap Casey Brown. Coming to 6 laps to go. And this 9-car pack fighting it out, duking it out. No one can stay in the lead for more than a lap. Casey Brown now a lap down. He's going to have to deal with McQuiggan, the battle for the lucky dog. That's why McQuiggan was fighting so hard, because he doesn't want to have to fight for the lucky dog. So lap back the hard way. Now 24 on the lead lap. Pendergrass going to go a lap down here later this lap. Then Thornton a lap after that. Then Devin Galvin 2 laps after that.
I don't think the top 3 might be in this front 9, to be honest. I feel like there's going to be a scrap.
Oh, here we go. Pinder making a move, but he's got his teammate on the high side. 3 wide. Pendergrass puts it in the wall, stays out of the way. Nick Sipple tries to block, can't get there in time. That's CMS on the high side working together. Now that's 3 CMS trying to get formed up on that high side. 5 laps to go. Nick Sipple in his next gen, his full season debut.
I don't think that block is going to be received well if they're able to get back up to him.
Miller's not going to sit around for second, that's for sure. And then there's Thornton. So he'll be lapped. Give us 23 cars on the lead lap. Once they go by, it's a formality. There it is. They're good in single file again. They're going to have to form up another run. They have time. 5 laps to go. Now 4 at the line.
Goes Pender once again.
Time. That outside line hasn't really been pushing. They're just kind of arrow pushing. They're not actually getting that physical contact and that tandem that they need to slingshot around this inside line. It's definitely 9 cars. Randy Arms 3.8 back. He's done all he's going to do. But it's going to take a wreck to get them back into it. What do the guys on the inside do? What does Cody B. Johnson do? 4th car on the inside. What does Fillers do? We know this outside line keeps going at it. What does Talmadge do? Those are going to be the guys that kind of determine what happens here. Or does the 22 go up? What's the move here? Who's gonna blink?
I mean, right now, I would think Parent has the best seat in the house.
Look at that 75. He's trying to draft off anything he could find. Having Galvin that close. He has to put it in the wall. Evasive action. I'm kind of surprised CMS, they're not actually getting hooked up as well as I thought they would on that outside. It's a 9-car race to settle it, and if they side draft, I mean, they're going to drag that 08 and that 10 off. They need to start making some headway, start getting a little bit closer together and just say, hey, push me, I don't care. They have not made a lot of headway. Need to make it around one more time to make the race official. And they're all single file. See this in real life. Who's going to make that move? You don't want to run yourself out of time.
They're not really backing up. They're
at the same time, though, you want to get it to the white flag. You say, hey, we'll settle it amongst ourselves. The top 9 will do it ourselves. We don't want to wreck with 2 to go and then bring everybody into it.
I mean, Sipple is playing this perfectly. He's backing up this inside line. He's not letting them get a run on him.
And he's going to make the run come from 3rd or further back. He's not going to let Nick Miller pull out and beat him.
Because yeah, they were doing 188 down the backstretch. He is not on the gas.
He is trying to back them up, but that's going to give that outside line a run. Here comes Chris Pinder, but the race is official. White flag in the air. It's going to be a 9-car show to finish it. And in turn number 1 for the final time. How much does he back him up? He could get turned back him up if Parent pushes too hard. Nick Miller almost got turned. Now Miller's backing it up. He's going to get a run here down the back straightaway. Sipple's going to have to make it wide. 19 goes to the outside. Now to the inside. He is there with help from Joshua Parent. Here comes Cody B. Johnson with a shove to the 75. That 75 is going to have to start side draft, and that 08's not to him. That 75 is going to have to be aggressive off of 4. Pinder gets blocked. Side drafted. Parent's connected. A lot of side drafting, but Parent with the race-winning shove. Sipple into the wall. Nick Miller gets it done.
I feel so bad for Sipple. I don't even think that was on purpose. I think there's a large, like, netcode bubble that sends him into the outside wall there.
And he'll end up P7.
What a finish. I really thought there would be more carnage.
Let's take a look at this finish. A little bit of contact. 75 loses all his help. 22, I think he does come up and... yeah, I mean, it's not...
He gets close, but they don't actually just touch him.
Let's take a look here.
It looked...
It's right here. The 75 is definitely doing a nice job backing him up, but he backs him up so much that Parent gets that 19 a little bit uncomfortable, and that actually breaks him up. And then down the back straightaway, 70. Look at that. He gets, oh, that's the perfect move. He dummied him beautifully. The 08, he hits them so hard that they don't stay connected. And then Pinder, he should have stayed in line. But then they're all side drafting off of each other. Fillers gets shoved out. And then all chaos at the line for the back half of this field. But Nick Miller rises above it. Starts off season 3 with a victory.
I mean, there's a reason he is a perennial, like, championship caliber driver.
He's your season 1 champion for a reason. Let's see when we get him in here for his interview. Didn't he win the season 2 Daytona race? Or was that... Let's take a look. Let's refresh my memory. I think it was him.
Was that not Tenold?
Nah, Tenno won season 1.
I thought Thomas Green won season 1.
Let me take a look. No, Nick Miller won it. That's right. In the photo finish with Sartaj Man, his teammate. That's right.
All right, well, we got Nick Miller.
Here we go. Here with your race winner, Nick Miller. Loves the season opener. Last season, season 2, won the photo finish at Daytona. Here in similar fashion. Season 3 kicks off with a win. In thrilling fashion with a last lap pass. The perfect dummy move down the back straightaway. Talk me through that race. I know the first half was all about pitting in and off of, green flag pit stops. And then the last 30 laps it was there. But talk me through that strategy and getting yourself set up for the win.
Yeah, I was with the fillers, so we were gonna go like really late, like the last like 5 laps in pit, but I just had a feeling that wouldn't work because the guys that already pitted would have gained too much time. So I convinced him to pit a little bit early to give us the time to catch up to him if we had to. Luckily, we didn't have to. And then at the end, was watching a bit of basketball right before this. I was like, you know what if I try a little crossover ankle breaker down the backstretch?
Oh, man.
Sure enough, it worked.
And then from then on, once you got that moved halfway down the back straightaway, Joshua Parent just glued to that back bumper, gave you the push you needed, no help on the outside line, and you come home a winner again at Daytona.
Yeah, shout him out. It was a great push from the backstretch all the way up back across the start-finish line.
Yeah, absolutely. But season 1 champion, multiple Daytona wins, and another one in the accolade and trophy cabinet. Well managed, just staying out of trouble that first half of the race, and putting yourself in position on that final pit stop, and making the move of the race, definitely down the back straightaway to get the lead and to come home a winner here tonight. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
And if you have any shout-outs, we'll let you get them in.
Not really.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Sonoma.
Yep, thanks.
I was pushing the 19 through the 75. Oh.
You got your second place finisher here, Joshua Parent. Started in the 11th position, and kind of similar story to your race winner. Just managed the first half of the race, trying to get those pit stops down and avoided the carnage around the lap 60 phase, and then set yourself up from then on. Nailed the final pit stop, and you were in that final 9-car pack. Talk me through kind of the mindset when you're settling the race with 9 people.
Well, really, I guess for me, it was just never lift. I just pushed the 19 as hard as I could on the bottom because it's stacked, and I just pushed through the stacks. I figured that's all I really could do there. Because I wanted to go high, but they just could not form. They weren't pushing hard enough. I don't know what it was, but they couldn't stay formed up. And then when it got to the point where I could make my move high, there's just too many people, so I figured I'd just push the guy in front of me and try to get my best finish. So that ended up being P2.
Yeah, absolutely, but well-managed race. Back in the Next Gen Series, a great way to kick off the season. And yeah, absolutely. Congratulations.
I wish it was like it can't be as exciting as last season. I got a door slam coming to the line out of 4, and I gassed it through the grass and won. You guys should check that out. It's pretty sick.
Absolutely, but congratulations on a well-driven race, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, shout out Andrew Tennell, the team owner, Devin, Galvin, and Andrew throws all my paints together, and they're amazing. The car I'm running is for my YouTube channel. I got little funny monkey arts on it, so my link is on there if you guys want to check it out. I you know, just basically yeah, and thank them for working with me throughout the race. Zachary Murtis was spotting for me tonight. Aside from one really terrible call that almost cost me the race, it was pretty good.
Well, definitely overcame that, and a strong way to kick off season 3. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. See you.
And then here with James Jimmy Fillers, a regular in the interview room, comes home tonight, P3. We know he's always a factor here with Jughead. Had to do it himself tonight. Talk me through what happened with you and Bowers. You got separated on that first pit stop and then never seemed to kind of reconnect and kind of like you were in the first portion of the race.
Me and Brandon, we like to race a little bit there, so we got out there in the front. We burned a little bit more fuel than those guys behind us, so we had to pit a lap early. And I said, 2 tires, 2 tires. He said, I got 2 tires, and guess what? He did not have 2 tires. So he came off 4 seconds behind me, and then we out back there in the scraggle mess or whatever you want to call it. And eventually I just followed Nicholas Miller all the way to the front there, and I got behind Cody. And I was like, I'm with you to the end, Cody. I'm with you. And then we never got it to the outside. And then that old Talamad's guy, he hit me and turned me a little bit. And I went, like that right there. And then they wrecked in front of me, and he kind of saved me. So I made it to the line third and with 8 X's. So I'll take it. That's better than I've come out of these Daytona races before. So.
Absolutely. You've always had the speed here at these plate tracks, but never seemed to have the luck to go with it. But tonight, definitely luck on your side there. I did see you spin down to the inside almost coming to the checkered, but able to salvage a podium, and a great way to kick off season 3.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep it rolling here. We're fighting the allegations that Jughead is washed, and I think we did it justice tonight. So hopefully we can keep that rolling through the rest of the season for our team owner, Mason Parker.
So you guys did a fine job tonight. We'll let you get any shout-outs in that you got.
Yeah, just shout out Brandon. He kind of had a rough race there with the 43 pestering them all night. So shout out to Brandon. And then once again, I want to shout out Mr. Mason Parker for being my team owner and giving me all the cheerleading I need to make these cars go fast and smash that pedal.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on your P3, and we'll see you back here next week at Sonoma.
10-4.
All right, we'll quickly go through the team interviews, and we'll call it a night. Here with the YJ Media Motorsports guys, and I think some money stop practice will be on order for us this upcoming week. Just came off just a couple of tenths, really. I mean, you were just a couple of tenths from that lead group, and that's really the difference.
Yeah, it was close. So Ryan, I think he said he stopped short or whatever, and thought we was gonna be all right. I was like, well, we'll probably blend in with the pack. He'll catch on, so we'll catch on, and we were just that one lap of us not being organized was enough to where we kind of just fell off. It hurt us way more than I thought it would. So, unfortunately, we all kind of lost that lead back. Wasn't able to race for the win. Thought maybe they would drag and or say bunch us all up, but all in all, I feel like it was a good showing for us. We had speed, we worked well together. Just it just wasn't there at the end.
Yeah, definitely. But nothing to be ashamed about. Randy, you come on with the top 10. Sam, 11th. Not a bad effort. Casey Brown probably gonna. You guys left him out to dry on that one restart, and then he never recovered. But so. But not
what I thought.
not a bad effort. You guys had some great teamwork, so definitely you guys showed that you have leveled up the Super Speedway package. So it wasn't a bad effort tonight from you guys. Just need that one little pit stop. So
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Yeah.
Because also, every time we get close, car start overheating a little bit and have to back off, kill our momentum. So it was a mix of a lot of things, and I don't know. This race feels like we could have won it, but not how the cars played out.
Yeah, I saw it. It was you got to 0.9 of a second, and I saw you, Sam. You were like begging for air. I was like, you were going up high, come back down. You were trying so hard.
We were
to
we were in
there.
in the 290, 280 range for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it though. That was
Yeah.
that was the race.
That was
right
the
there.
max.
Yeah,
That was max limit. So
definitely. But you guys gave it a heck of an effort. You worked well as a team, and that's all I can ask for. Didn't tear up the cars too bad, so we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Good race.
yeah, absolutely. We will see you guys tomorrow night, and then back here next Monday. So we're back to our Monday, Tuesday for a couple weeks.
Yeah, can't wait.
Absolutely. Talladega tomorrow night, so we'll see more of that team.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. We'll practice pit stops.
There you go. Looking forward to it, fellas.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Hey.
Wait, are you guys still broadcasting?
Yeah, we do the team interviews. We just kind of make the rounds real quick. Just here with the TGR boys, recapping their race.
Sorry, 1 second, McElroy.
Andrew Tenold, we already talked to Parent because he gave you guys a podium. But Tenold, Devin Galvin, your recap on tonight's opening race.
It was a good race.
Max.
Really good
Yeah,
race.
it was a good race. I got caught out. I lost the lead draft about that second run there, and I just could never get it back. So I mean, I'm happy for Josh getting a podium. Almost got that win. So close, but hopefully we'll be a little bit closer, all four of us, next week.
I noticed something different though in the strategy. Normally, Tenold, you guys, specifically you, Tenold, you love a good plate race. You like to throw down. But tonight you were just kind of taking it a little bit easier. Was there like a measured response, or just it just seemed like you weren't you were just taking it easy a little bit, and then obviously that last pit stop they kind of split everybody up, and you're like, well, maybe we took it just maybe a little bit too easy. Is that? What do you
Yeah,
think?
tonight we're just trying to survive the race. Honestly, it was a long race and had a lot of cars that we had to manage, and just trying to survive to the last lap. Unfortunately, that last pit stop didn't really go my way. We kind of got split up, and then I kind of got put up with the back markers.
Backmarkershop.com.
Yep, back markers. Anyway, got caught up back there, but all in all, I had fun. It was a good race. Looking forward to getting next week over with Sonoma.
Yeah.
Lord knows that I do not like turning right.
Yeah, but
Andrew,
Well, that's next week.
little tip to learn from last year: better show up to practice this week. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I know, right?
But no, it's interesting. I'm looking at the results, and I know Devin, you said you got separated from the pack. I'm looking at 12th for Andrew Tenold at a plate race, and I'm like, that was a quiet night. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world to be a clean race car in 12th. So I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm just like, man, it's a quiet night for Andrew Tenold on a plate track.
Well, I'm glad to know that people expect more.
Yeah, that's what I looked at. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, where is he at? He's usually just flying up here, just going for it. But
I was gonna try to go for it near the end, but I just didn't have anyone to go with. The guys around me, I'm pretty sure they were all damaged. So
Yeah, I had some aero damage near the end too.
He's
Even
just
when I
been
was
sad looking at Kurt Busch videos.
I am real sad. that I can't really-
even drafting behind people, I could barely crack 190 miles an hour. I was struggling a little bit near the end there. So
right.
yeah, it was just I'm notoriously a little bit better at courses. I can at least finish in the mid to top 15. So we'll see how that goes.
Definitely, but appreciate the time, fellas, and big shout out to sponsoring the race as always. It's like kind of your thing, getting the season opener at Daytona. So always
Annual.
appreciate it. Yeah, annual.
Shout
I
out to
love
the
it.
NASCAR Foundation.
Absolutely.
Shout out to NASCAR Foundation.
Of
Absolutely.
course, go donate to the NASCAR Foundation. Make some child life a little bit more better than it is right now.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate the time, fellas. We'll see you next week at Sonoma.
All right, thank you.
Fucking tree.
Whoa! Brutal. -2 points from our broadcaster. Brutal. But here with Brandon French, Brandon Richard, Chris Pinder, and Travis DeLeon, and Daniel Pendergrass. Fellas, you guys. This is on. We are live.
We live, pal.
Oh God.
What? What's going on?
PG, rated PG.
Yeah. No
This is
Brutal.
this is ARS After Dark.
This ain't no
Welcome
Super
in.
Saturdays. But yeah, just wanted
Go
to
ahead, ask your questions.
y'all were giving him a race. CMS was giving him a heck of an effort out there. Y'all were going for it.
Yeah.
We had the Chris Pinder top 10, Kevin Boley top 10, and y'all were.
I don't think I left the top 10 the whole race.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed early on, and with that incident I was involved in, and
Listen,
can I publicly say the poor judgment of others for most of the time he was around me?
What about you
And
getting into the
others.
wall?
And about me getting into the wall, So I'm going to file a formal complaint to the Daytona International Raceway. I don't think these corners are regulation size. So obviously something that we'll be looking into. We'll get back to you. But that backmarker Ford, baby. Backmarkershop.com, 20% off right now. Use code NEXTGEN. Hashtag get better.
Absolutely.
Max?
And home of your official YJ Media merch.
There you go.
The most airtime a 32nd place driver will ever receive right here. You'll never see it anywhere else.
Damn right.
But no,
No,
you just
for real, though.
you got super unlucky though. The car spun down in front of you. You get to the apron and you're just kind of straddled there, and it was just.
I had made the comment in chat. If I had gone any lower, I would have been playing Lawnmower Sim.
Right.
And I mean, there was nowhere for me to go, and all of a sudden, a wild Zach Range appeared, and there we are. You know, I think it was 100% a skill issue. That was just told to me in my chat. It was 100% a skill issue. But looking forward to next week at insert track name that I don't know, and we're gonna get going.
Absolutely, but yeah, William Bowman, you were up there too. I saw you just hopped in there. P5, solid night for the team.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
Brandon French, bonus point for leading.
Yeah,
Can we
Brandon
talk
French
about that?
was leading at one point. Absolutely.
Let's go.
Y'all were killing
Superior
it tonight.
Brandon on this evening.
Yeah, CMS didn't too bad, man. The geriatrics are up there.
Nice.
Then they got to humble you next week. They got to take.
Oh, they're going to bed right now. Though.
Yeah.
They are
They
exhausted.
gotta,
They are tired.
But
It's past my bedtime.
I feel
2
that I just
hours.
started a new job and I'm like, well, I'm tired. I love y'all too much though to not. I got to interview everybody. I was like, I can't do 2 top 3, so even though I'm tired, but y'all look good out
really
there.
excited.
Fun race.
Thank you so much for the broadcast, bud. I'm glad
Absolutely.
YJ Media is back for another season, and looking forward to seeing what else we can do this year.
Absolutely, we're heading out west now. We'll life is a highway. Cue it. We'll head out to Sonoma.
Good ciao.
Yep.
See ya.
All right, that is the TGR eSports 250 from Daytona. Nick Miller, your winner. Or your final thoughts?
I was really surprised. Like, I really shouldn't be for ARS standards, but like, it was definitely a top 10 like ARS race of all time.
Absolutely. Benefiting the NASCAR Foundation again this season. Check them out. We'll provide more information as the season goes further along. But 72 hundredths of a second, the margin of victory here tonight. Look down here. We had 21 cars on the lead lap. Michael McElroy last of those. All the way down to Perrin Huggins, 35-car field. And you saw the various incidents there. Brandon Richard, Cale McClenny, Lucas Reed, the big losers. Alex Shearer also involved. Jeffrey Rudick just kind of got off sequence with the pit stops tonight, unfortunately. Bowers and really Devin Galvin, Casey Brown, Pendergrass, minor incidents, and you're losing the draft at times, and then multitude of one-lap down cars. But that'll do it here from Daytona. We head to another plate track tomorrow for LSRL. Their Xfinity playoffs roll on. Their second race out of 4 in the round of 12 at Talladega. And then next Monday night, we're back here at Sonoma. Tune in for all of it. Be sure to follow the socials, ARS, LSRL, Rodcar. And we'll be sure to see you back here tomorrow night. Take care.